What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are here for the World Cup draw. We're going to find out who Canada plays in the upcoming World Cup, their first ever. Well, actually, it's not their first ever. It's our second ever World Cup, but first in my lifetime. I'm a little bit older than that. So I'm excited, man. Hopefully you guys are excited. It's getting relatively close, man. We've been following this Canadian national team for a very long time, especially here on the channel. Look at what producer T's got, man. He was not playing around. I didn't even notice it. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Looks good. Who do you guys think? Pardon? The members saw it. Let me know. Put in the comments, guys. Who do you think Canada's going to get? What is your ideal group? Group of life, group of death, whatever you may feel. I'll let you guys know my opinions very quickly. And hopefully you guys are excited. And if you're just tuning in, be sure to drop a like. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Do we have a lot of friends from Canada? Do we have other friends from across the world? Let me know. Drop the flag in the chat, guys, whatever your country is in this upcoming World Cup. I see a lot of Canada flags coming in. Obviously, I'm rocking the Canada kit. We see Davies on TSN right now. James Duffy's on there too. It's good to see. But my dream draw would look a little something like this. Qatar from pot 1. Obviously, I mean, if you don't take them, you're crazy. Pot 2, I've been saying Switzerland. I've been taking a little heat, saying don't underestimate Switzerland, but I've been saying Switzerland. And in pot 3, I was going Tunisia, and then Canada. That would be my dream. I think that's a group of life. I think worst case scenario would be Brazil, Germany, and probably Poland, and then Canada. That'd be a tough group. Otherwise, in pot 1, I think I'd like to maybe see, like, if we don't get lucky and get Qatar, I'd maybe like to see Portugal. I think that we would match up relatively well against them. Maybe Belgium too. They can be a little fractured from their back. They play the 3-4-3 system as well, so they're a little interesting as well. But let's get your guys' flags in the chat. I see Argentina coming in hot. My country didn't qualify. That's all right, my friend. Well, who are you gonna be cheering for? If your country didn't qualify, let me know who you guys will be cheering for. Hopefully some of you guys will sneak in a little Canada flag in there as well. But it's coming close, man. I'm very curious to see who Canada's going to get in this upcoming World Cup. Very nervous. And let me know in the comments as well if you think that the curse is going to continue. Will France make it out of the group stage? Or will they follow Germany, Spain, and Italy before them? And themselves, as they didn't qualify before as well. But let's see. Chris is tuning in. He's got all kinds of different stations and all that on. He's got TSN, he's got One Soccer, he's got Josh. Brady C's here, says Argentina, Switzerland, South Korea, Canada. Just got that in the simulator. The simulator would be fun. That'd be an interesting group. Argentina's I find they're an interesting side. I think that they could do some damage, but at the same time, I think they're a well more balanced team. I think their 2018 run was atrocious. They had all kinds of problems, but I think that they've really found a way to just not only rely on Messi, and they got input and impact players coming in, so they're not a bad one. But again, looking at the pot, I still fancy, if we don't get Qatar, Belgium or Portugal for myself. But that's not a bad. I would take that. South Korea, Switzerland, and Argentina from Brady, who did a simulator. I think Canada will draw England, Uruguay, and Japan. Wouldn't be too bad. We got a couple of you guys agreeing with me, saying yes, Qatar, Tunisia, and Croatia would be a nice ideal one. Chris is saying England, Germany, Senegal, and Canada. It'd be a tough group, man. In pot 2, I think that'll make or break our group. Pot 2 could be tricky. There's teams in there. I mean, we can't get drawn against the US or Mexico. I wouldn't mind Uruguay. I wouldn't mind Switzerland. I wouldn't mind Croatia. I think Denmark would be a tough one. And I think Germany and the Netherlands are not ideal. The worst would be Brazil, Germany, Senegal. Yeah, I'm feeling ya. We got Yeet tuning in. Cheering on the US. Mr. Carlson's here. And Sweden just slipped right at the finish line. France is getting out of the group, says Yeet. It'll be interesting. There is the curse. But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, no matter what country you're cheering for, let me know how nervous you may be. or how excited you may be. I didn't really start feeling the nerves till we went live here, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I want, like, again, like I said, I'll take Belgium or Portugal in pot 1, but I want a group where I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, Canada's got a very realistic chance of maybe sneaking out of the group. I really wouldn't want, I would be a little gutted if I saw like Brazil, Germany, and I think Canada could take on anyone in pot 3, but it's those first two, man. So I mean, I don't know. I'm at about an 8 out of 10. Got a couple other predictions tuning in. England, Uruguay, Morocco, Canada. That wouldn't be a bad one. That wouldn't be a bad group. I think Morocco and Uruguay are both pretty strong, but I think I'd be pretty positive in that group, thinking that we could potentially pull something off there. Still can't believe we're going to Qatar when we get our group. Let it just sink in. Get your predictions in, guys. Let me know what group you think Canada will be landed in. Angie's tuned in, says, good morning. I'd take Canada to play against Germany. I'd take Germany as long as we get Qatar out of pot 1. I don't want Germany if we get anybody else in pot 1, because it would just make things very, very nerve-wracking, make it very difficult. But yes, I am definitely nervous. Scott's here, says, my wife's from Argentina, so having them in our group could be bad for my marriage. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. He's realistic about it. So okay, we got to avoid Argentina. And I would. I would want to avoid them. I wouldn't mind England. I think England would be a cheeky little draw there. Try some of the mock drafts. Ignore that just because you come out of pot 2 into Group A doesn't mean that you'll play the first match. There's draws 2A, or say A2, A3, A4. Nervous. Predicting France-Brazil final. A France-Brazil final. It's getting close though, guys. It's getting close. I saw a German pundit today refer to Canada as a pot 2 team hiding in pot 4. Very nice. Very kind words. I don't know about a pot 2, but I mean, hey, Mexico and the U.S. are up there, so why not? It would have been nice to be able to, I mean, if you were in pot 2, like the U.S. and Mexico, in my opinion, have a really good opportunity for a strong group. Because, I mean, yes, they might get a big hitter to pot 1, but pot 3 and pot 4, in my eyes, and let me know what you guys think, are relatively similar. So I think Mexico or the U.S. could have a very kind draw, and ours can be dependent. It's gonna really depend on what kind of pot 1 and pot 2 I think will make or break this group. Because I know we were bummed out that we didn't get into pot 3, but really, if you look at them, pot 3 and pot 4, there's not a lot to split the two. There's no one I'm terrified to get in pot 3, but there's definitely a few I'm terrified to get in pot 1 and 2. Not nervous. Canada was the best team in CONCACAF. You're damn right we were. Ladies and gentlemen, we were. And if you guys are just joining us and you're excited, be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Get in your countries in the chat. I know that there's more than just our Canadian friends here. So let me know who you're keeping a special eye on today. No matter who we draw, we got a chance. No matter who we draw, I will be celebrating. That's fair. I'm just curious. I'm curious who will, because Canada still hasn't scored a goal at a World Cup. So that's going to be something pretty important to me. And we got a FIFA video coming out on One Soccer, so you'll hear my prediction of who's going to score the first, it's written in the stars, the first goal for Canada. But saying that, I think it'll be very, very interesting to see who we potentially are matched up against and who could be the first player to score for Canada and who they may be scoring against. I'm so proud when I see the paper come out of the ball saying Canada. Qatar or Belgium, Portugal. Yeah, I'm in the same with you for pot 1. Go Canada. Brazil, Qatar, Cameroon, and Korea. That would be a tricky one. Curious to see who you're rooting on from there, my friend. Canada playing England wouldn't be bad. Don't think France will be in the final. Just a feeling. Yeah, I don't think France will be in the final either. I don't think that they're gonna keep the curse going. I don't think that France is gonna get knocked out in the first or in the group stage. But that being said, I don't think they're gonna win. But I got it coming, ladies and gentlemen. To Producer T, big shout out, guys. Put some W's in the chat because look at the graphic he had. Now I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna turn out, but I mean he definitely did some good work behind the scenes there. So give Producer D some love in the chat, and hopefully if you guys are watching from home, you'll be able to follow along to this nice graphic here, as the draw will be coming up relatively soon. Senegal is the only team in pot 3 that makes me nervous. And that's fair. I think Morocco's a good little team as well. I don't think anyone's hands in above Canada, but I don't think anyone in pot 3 except for maybe Tunisia I'm very confident against. But again, disrespecting Tunisia, they're going to come and run us over. I'm calling Larin scoring Canada's first World Cup goal. It's not a bad pick. Canada versus Davies with or Canada versus Germany with Davies in the team would be incredible. Carlos says, congrats. I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, Carlo. Let me know what country you keeping a special eye on. Qatar, Portugal, Argentina, England for pot 1 would be cool. No Germany in pot 2. Did the last qualifying window rattle your confidence at all? I wouldn't say rattled the confidence. I would have liked to end in a better note than losing 2 of your last 3. However, we got a red card in the first match. We were the better team being down to 10 men. It is what it is. Kudos to Costa Rica for getting that vital win. We got the job done at home, and we did it with fashion. I mean, wasn't too easy. The Panama match was annoying because I don't know if it was the emotional hangover of qualifying for the World Cup, topping the Ocho. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't ideal. I wouldn't say it wasn't ideal, but I don't think the group will be overly stressed out from the results. Canada versus France, US versus England. I would like to see that. And Spain versus Mexico. Get your predictions in, guys. Give me the 3 names you think potentially Canada will face. I gave my dream scenario. I'll give you my realistic guess. I do think we're going to get Belgium. I don't know why. It's in the back of my head. I'm going to guess Belgium. I don't know. I'm going to guess Uruguay. It's calling me as well. And then, what did I say? I said Belgium, Uruguay, Iran, Canada. That's my actual prediction. Producer T, you got a prediction? Who do you think Canada's gonna play against? Would be a nice draw, but just be happy that we made it for the first time since '86. I feel ya. Producer D is collecting his thoughts. I hope America gets Qatar, Iran, and Ghana. You better believe the U.S. are going to draw Ghana. That is just a fact. Chris is fired right up. Says, no one expected us to make it a year ago. I'm happy to be here and show the world what we can do. We need to challenge ourselves. Bring on any draw. Confident Chris. I like it. I agree to a certain extent, though. I want a decent draw. Like, I wouldn't mind any of the big hitters. But if we get one of the big hitters in pot A, please let us avoid Germany pretty much, and probably the Netherlands in pot 2. I don't know, man. I would be a little bummed if we got Brazil, Germany. It'd be tough, but we'll have to see. Angie says Netherlands and Germany the hardest in pot 2, with Denmark a possible dark horse against Canada. That's a good shout, Angie. I 100% agree. Did you not see the emotion of that Danish side when Eriksen came back? Plus, they absolutely dominated throughout World Cup qualifying. They're a tricky team for sure. Belgium is a beatable team depending on the day, and I agree with that. That's why I don't think they would be a bad draw at all. Did they start JJD? They're not. Well, they started. I'm not sure what this is. This is the World Cup scene. Producer T, what is this that we're looking at right now? They're showing the World Cup something. I don't have the sound on, so I don't. It might be like the intro to it, but it's kind of interesting. Qatar, Denmark, and Korea. And if you guys are just tuning in and you guys are excited, be sure to drop a like, guys. Like target right now is 50. I know we can hit that. It's realistic. Canada, Brazil, Germany, Serbia. That would be a group that would terrify me. That would be worst case scenario. Belgium is the best team and hasn't done anything at a major tournament. Yeah, I like the Belgium side. They had an interesting rise. They're in their golden generation as well, but a lot of pundits like to think that they're letting their golden generation just kind of slip past. They don't have Hazard anymore. They play that interesting 3-4-3 system with kind of like that Carrasco or Thorgan Hazard at the wing back. I think they can be vulnerable. I think that's why I said if we don't get Qatar in pot 1, they'd be a team I wouldn't mind stacking up against. Same as Portugal. Canada will get used their newbie gains well and make it to the round of 16 at least. A round of 16 performance would be something I would not be upset about. Saudi Arabia gonna win. Remember my name. The confidence, I like it. England, Netherlands, Morocco, Canada. Yeah, that's another tough group. That's a tough group. I just want to score on England to stick it to my friend. Yeah, I'm curious to see who the U.S. and Mexico get as well. Because, guys, I really think one of those two could find themselves in a really kind draw. Give them a good shot at making it out. England versus Germany in the group stage. Wouldn't be against it, my friend. I could win the World Cup against all the countries on my own. Richard Pye with the confidence you like to see it. When does the draw start? So we were told that usually like coverage is starting at, I mean, it was a little bit before noon, but the actual event is supposed to start at 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, my time. But more than likely, it'll still be about 20 minutes or so before it gets started. A couple of unique videos that are going on right now, but that's what we were told. Maybe it'll start quicker, hopefully. But hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. We'll keep you updated. Big shout out to Producer T. Are you watching the same one? I'm on TSN. I've got the Canada 7 ticket package, so I'm hoping for a great team to watch, like Argentina. That is very interesting, Matthew. That's very cool. Let me know if any of you guys are going to Qatar, whether you're cheering on Canada or whoever you're cheering on. Let me know in the chat. Put a big yes or a no. Let me know if you guys are going to Qatar to watch. That's pretty cool. Matthew's got this 7 ticket pack. That's interesting because now you're kind of like, okay, well, do I want Canada to get a really kind group, or do I want to see them take on some of the best in the world because you're going to the game? Are we guaranteed pot 1 in 2026? As far as I know, yes. Canada, U.S., and Mexico should all be pot 1 because they're all host nations. But I don't 100% take my word for it, but I'm pretty confident yes. Could go deep. Some of you guys want to see Portugal, France, U.S., Japan, and then the Euro winner. For reference, in 1986, we had the Soviet Union, Hungary, France, and Canada, if anybody was interested. It would be kind of cool. I wouldn't love it, but it would be kind of cool if we drew France again. See how far Canada's come. Even though when we played them in 86, we only lost 1-0. So, nice little show that they have going on right now. My dream would be Canada, France, because you were born there, and Ireland because you're, yeah. It'd be nice if Ireland would be able to make it. They got a little bit of work to do before they're gonna make it to the big stage. We got some Cameroon love coming in. We got some Spanish love coming in. My boy Bobby's here. Bobby enjoyed the video we did with FTBL. That's good to see, my man. Morocco gonna win the World Cup. Come on, guys, get your flags in. Let me know where you guys are rocking today. What country is in your heart? Toss it in the chat. As you can't tell, but you should, I am from Canada, and I'm very excited to see what Canada is going to get drawn into here for their first World Cup since 1986. My dream country is Canada. Some of you guys want to take on Canada. It's good to see. It's good to see. I think Argentina has what it takes to win. They've definitely, I mean, that 2018 run was just atrocious. Argentina's definitely come a long way. They've had a completely reconstructed back four. I think a lot of the pressure isn't on Messi. I mean, it's still Messi, but he's got other players around him. Lautaro Martinez coming into his own. It's been a little bit of a generational shift for Argentina. So I agree. Like they have more, in my opinion, what it takes to go on a deeper run this World Cup than they did in 2018. Because that 2018 team was not very good. Got some Argentina tuning in. We got Iran, Matthew coming in. Canada, Argentina, Portugal. A few Portugals coming in. India. India's in the house. Iran would be an interesting one. They ended up topping their respective group in World Cup qualifying towards the end. Tuning in from Halifax, Nova Scotia, man. I like it. I'm in Ontario. For any of our Canadians that are tuning in right now. And if you guys are new here, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as well. We're very close to 8,000. Very close to 8,000 subscribers. If you guys want to help us get our goal, as hopefully we're within about 10-15 minutes away from getting this thing going. Making me very, very nervous. India will win. Got some Tunisia love in the chat as well. Very cool to see. Kelly's tuned in, says this is the best day, no pressure, all reward. I know, but I'm still nervous, man. I want those first 2 pots to be relatively kind. Give me one powerhouse. And then give me, like, someone that I think Canada can go toe-to-toe with. A lot of Maple Leafs tuning in. It's good to see. Morocco, Senegal as well. Argentina, Saudi Arabia. One team, one dream, and one last chance. Aha, some love from Argentina. I got a very nice Argentinian, just a fun little story quickly for you guys. My parents went to a bar in Mexico when they were visiting my aunt, and a young bartender there, he's from Argentina, and he was just talking to my parents and ended up giving me a really nice Messi Maradona t-shirt, which I need to go grab from my parents. So very kind man. I can't wait to rock that t-shirt. So that's pretty cool. So hope Argentina get a nice draw and maybe avoid Canada, so I don't have to cheer against them. When does it start? Usually the way that these things are, it's 12:11 right now, my time. It was supposed to start at 12. Usually, I'm gonna say 10-15 minutes. They'll probably get going. If North Macedonia had qualified, Mexico would have made it into pot 1. That's wild that Mexico would have been in pot 1, man. Do you think that Greece will qualify for the next Euros? I think they have a good shot. My dream country is Canada. One day I will go to Canada. I wish you luck, my friends. It's very, very cold here. So, bundle up for at least 6 months. I thought it started at 9. It usually, again, guys, it's 12 o'clock my time, so whatever time it was for you guys, usually it'll start about 20 minutes after that. So I'm guessing within 10 or 20 minutes we'll get going. Tuning in from Etobicoke. I like it. You live very close to me. Probably within an hour and a half. A little less. Probably an hour. We got some German love coming in. We got Italy. My boy Marco looks pretty upset. That's all right. You guys, you missed out on 2 World Cups, but you got the Euros in between. So it's okay. It's okay. Wild prediction. Subject to change after the draw. Argentina will go far. France out in the group stage. Let me know, man. Let me know if you guys think France will go out in the group stage. Because, again, it's the curse. If you're not familiar with the curse, Italy won in 2006, out in the group stage in 2010. Spain won 2010, out of the group stage in 2014. Germany won 2014, out of the group stage in 2018. So now, naturally, it's France's turn to be underwhelming. Got a lot of Tunisia love in the chat, guys. I like to see it. Adrian tuning in from Niagara, Ontario. Very cool, my friend. We live about an hour and a half from Niagara. My buddy went to Brock, so, you know. Pardon? Nicely done. If you guys are excited in the chat, guys, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and just show the love for your guys' country, man. It's very cool. I'm being Canadian. This is something that I haven't seen in my entire life, so it's a pretty special moment. Excited to have you guys all here with me, but I mean, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Got a lot of love coming in from Senegal, US, Iran. Can I get a shout out from the Philippines? You can, Joshua. It's my name as well. It's an excellent name. But tuning in from the Philippines. I like it. Let me know who you're cheering for then, my man. Portugal, England love. Canadian and Portuguese. It's nice. It's nice. From Liverpool, tuning in, cheering on England. It's getting emotional. We're getting relatively close. Angie says probably about 10 minutes before they get started. That's my guess, guys. So if you're tuning in, hold tight for about 10 minutes before this thing gets going here. I'm here from Peru. Let me know in the chat which one of the interconfederational playoff teams you think will make it in. I'll give you my guess. I think Peru will qualify. Who are the other ones? I think Costa Rica will qualify, and I think it depends on the Ukraine situation. But I think Ukraine's got a good chance if they are able to obviously play, and we wish them luck. Jacob's tuning in, cheering on Poland, England, Iran. Look at all the flags, man. I love it. It's why this is the world's most beautiful sport. A lot of different nations tuning in today. Really cool to see. I did a few simulations, and Canada always got in Group A with Denmark, Qatar, and Serbia. Sounds like a great one for Canada. I would take that any second. Argentinian in Boston. Very cool, very cool. So Richard, then who are you cheering on more? If Argentina and US were going head to head, is it Argentina? Because I'm assuming you just moved to Boston, but I don't know. Let me know. Good luck to all teams, says Patrick. Chris has got the Canadian flags coming in. Brazilian flags are coming in. I like it. We got a lot of Canadians in here. I see Etobicoke. I see Niagara Falls, Ottawa. All relatively close to me. We got anyone going from BC? Do we have any BC in the Vancouver, Victoria, anything like that? Let me know. My girlfriend and I are considering moving to Canada for a year. Any places you would recommend that are great for foreigners to settle? I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Canada can be very, very cold. If you're looking for probably the most beautiful place in Canada, I'd recommend BC. If you like the city living, I'd say Ontario. If you like a little bit more openness, maybe head to Alberta. I don't know. I've only ever been to Ontario and Quebec, so I haven't even really seen all of Canada, but yeah, Shakira, she should be doing, I don't know, she needs to come up with another song. Yeah. No, it's not as good as Waka Waka. Let me know, guys, what is the greatest ever World Cup song? Let me know in the chat. What is your all-time favorite World Cup song? Because Waka Waka is it for me, and it's not even close. I'm sorry. Waving Flags is up there. Waving Flags is up there. But you wasn't it? It was for 2010. He did like a version of it. I don't know if it was technically the World Cup song. But he did like a version of Waving Flags. But if it counts, it counts. You can put it. But come on, it's Shakira. We know that. Morocco and US. I think it's possible Germany go out in the group stage. If they draw England, it's always tough. I think Hansi Flick has done such a wonderful job with Germany. I would be terrified if, like being a Canadian, if we got Germany, because I think they're on a good path now. They got healthy Manuel Neuer, Kimmich is in there. They got Havertz, Royce, abundance of attacking talent. I think they still lack a striker. I'm not sure if it's going to be Timo Werner. Maybe they move Havertz up if Royce drops into that 4-2-3-1. It'll be very interesting. I'm curious to see what they do, but Germany is a team that scares me, but it'll depend on the group, guys. But come on, we got over 1,000 of you guys in the chat. Be sure to drop a like if you guys are just joining us, and a sub, and then keep the flags coming. I love to see it. Hello from Qatar, Morocco coming in. Rick is tuning in from Saskatchewan. I like it. Never been. Denmark to win. Denmark will be one of the, I said, everyone was telling me the neutrals are going to like Canada because they haven't been here in so long. And I said yes. However, I feel like with Christian Eriksen's story for Denmark, the neutral will kind of go a little bit towards them. And if Ukraine makes in, I mean, you better believe that they're going to be looked at. Korea to the quarterfinals. Got some love coming in from Mexico, England. There we are. There's someone tuned in from Vancouver, BC. What's your name? My name is Josh. I seen a couple Joshes in the chat, so I mean, let me know if there's any other Joshes in the chat. But my name is Josh, guys. Welcome to JJD TV. Hopefully you guys are doing good and you're excited for today's draw. Producer T has got the graphics all up, so if you guys aren't able to watch it, you can tune in here and we'll keep you absolutely updated. Because I'd say the draw is going to get started any minute now. We got a lot of beautiful faces in the chat from, I'm going to say probably at least 50 different countries you guys are tuning in from, because I've seen a lot of flags. We got the California gang coming in. India's coming in as well. We love you from Tunisia. Very cool, Golden Boy. Morocco love. You guys are being so nice. Now I don't know who I'm hoping we get drawn against. Greetings from Poland. Hello from Malaysia, Argentina as well. Good friend of mine lives in South Korea, guys. So big shout out to South Korea. And Rory, I doubt you're watching, but you know, we love you. We miss you. Go Calvary from Patrick in Calgary. But we're getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Trinidad and Tobago. I like it. Went on a cruise recently and met a very nice guy from Trinidad and Tobago. Said he was a Trini. I guess that means he's from Trinidad, not Tobago. I don't know. But cheers, my man. Peru and Canada. Tuning in from New York City. Wales as well. It's gotta be kind of annoying tuning in from Wales because you just had that incredible performance. Bale sends you to the final, but now you gotta wait a good while to figure out whether you're gonna be representing another European spot at this upcoming World Cup. Costa Rica. I'm from Argentina, but watching from the U.S. Got a couple of the Argentinians tuning in from the U.S. today, which is pretty cool. Got a lot of Canadian flags in, which is good as well, as I'm rocking the Jonathan David shirt. Costa Rica, Australia, and Ukraine. Massive characters will be. Those are the Australia prediction's an interesting one. I'd said Costa Rica. I said Peru. I wasn't overly convinced by Australia, but that'll be a good playoff. Ukraine, UAE, and New Zealand. Going off script there. New Zealand with the big upset over Costa Rica. That would be interesting. It's a one-off, so you never know. I'm actually in school right now. Well, hopefully, wherever you guys are following, we'll be able to keep you updated when this thing gets underway here. There's a lot of Tunisia love in the chat. I like to see it. Tuning in from Scotland, Portugal, Argentina. We want to play Qatar. I feel like, again, looking into pot 1, there's some of the big hitters in the world. Obviously, whatever nation you may be and you're not in pot 1, you're probably looking at Qatar as a big opportunity. It is worth noting, they are the home side. It is, obviously, they're used to playing in Qatar. They'll surprise some teams, I think. That being said, being Canadian, I still would take Qatar any second. But that is an interesting one. I would want to avoid Argentina, Brazil, Spain, France. Those are the big ones to me. I don't know what it is about England, but I don't know. I think it'd be fun to maybe take them on, same as Portugal. And Belgium, for me, is an interesting one. They're always there, quarters, semis in the Euros and the World Cup, but they find a way just not to be able to get it over the line. Will France break the champions curse? I'm going to say yes. However, we're going to have to wait to see how the draw happens here. The one interesting thing, too, when you look at these 3 pots, guys, is that it's not like you have a Portugal or a Netherlands or a really top-tier European nation hanging out in pot 3 or pot 4. And let me know if you guys agree or not. But when I look at pot 3 and pot 4, they look relatively similar to me. Because being Canadian, we were going to have to end up in pot 3 or pot 4. And I was looking around, I'm like, okay, well, there's some pretty even quality in both of the pots. It's really top-heavy in this upcoming draw here. But we got Disc Golf with Brady tuning in from Ontario. British Columbia saying hi in the chat. Brampton as well. Look at our Canadians, man. You gotta love it. Tuning in from Toronto. It's almost game time. Portugal all the way. Tuning in from New York. A lot of Canadians. I like it. But I like that we have good representation from pretty much everyone in this. I don't think there hasn't been someone dropping a little bit of love for anyone I haven't seen yet. Sandy says, let's just get to the draw. Well, it's got to be close. Hugo's asking where Italy is. He's taking a shot at our fellow Italian friends. Being a Canadian fan, you better hope for Qatar, Croatia, and Tunisia, not Serbia or Denmark. If you want Serbia and Denmark, you don't want Canada to advance to the round of 16. I'm going to say, I would like to avoid Denmark. I 100% agree with you there. I think Denmark, if you watch them through qualifying, they got something special going on there. Now they are adding back the quality of Christian Eriksen, who scored 2 goals for Denmark already. But, and Serbia as well. I'm looking at pot 3. I wouldn't want Serbia. I'm not overly convinced by Poland, but I think I'd rather play one of the different nations there. But Tunisia, our friends from Tunisia has been so nice in the chat, so I don't know. I don't want to go head to head against you guys. I'm in Vancouver area in here, tuning in from Morocco. A lot of Moroccans in the chat. Waving flag, waka waka. Yeah. Yeah, Waka Waka. It's the one, man. It's the one. My teacher is telling me to watch it. There you go. You gotta keep updated one way, my friend. One way. Edmonton is calm and good for raising a family. You can't go wrong with Shakira. Oh. Alright, guys. It's gotta be close. It's gotta be close now. Starting to get a little nervous. Quebec looks like a European city a little bit. You guys have been very helpful to our friends looking to move to Canada and where to live. Because, like I said, I can tell you about Ontario. That's about it. Oh, someone's going with Pitbull. It's alright. It's alright. I still don't think... 2014 song was amazing. I don't know what it is about 2010. It hits the feels for me. Waving Flags was the Coke sponsor. Yeah, 2010. 2010 had a lot of issues just throughout the World Cup in general, but it was something special. You can't see it, but I have the 2010 World Cup ball up there. It was my favorite ball. It was a really fun tournament. But this tournament's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be like a tournament like we've never seen before, being hosted in Qatar, happening in November, and then obviously being Canadian, having Canada in it. So the only thing it's missing is that Shakira is not, singing. What can you do? Waving Flags is my jam. What do you think about Uruguay cheating Peru out of the ref? Nah, I don't know about that, but I think Peru still has a very good chance of qualifying. If I had to put money on it, I would probably say that they'd be the favorites against Australia. So we'll have to wait. That's if Australia wins against the UAE. So we'll have to wait and see. But look at the chat coming in, guys. I'd say, guys, it should start any minute. But it's usually like this. When the draw will start at, again, 12 o'clock my time, it usually takes 30 or so minutes before they actually get going. So hopefully it's coming soon. I will keep you guys updated when it comes and what you can follow along here. And if you are just joining us here on the channel, guys, be sure to drop a like and a sub. It's always appreciated. And keep it coming, man. I've been seeing nothing but the support for whatever nation you guys are tuning in from, including Bangladesh that just joined the chat. But I think Tunisia and Canada got some of the bigger love in the chat here today. Vancouver, Portugal. Born in Argentina, but in Miami. So who you cheering for, my man? Who you cheering for? Argentina or the U.S.? Pulisic gonna carry. Let's go. The LeBron James of soccer. I think Netherlands has a better overall roster than Germany. I had a debate with a buddy about that. I think the Netherlands have a good side. There's no debating that. I don't know what it is about them though. Like I still would want to avoid them. So I mean that speaks to how I rate them. But I don't know. Looking at some of the other the big hitters around, I would tip Germany over Netherlands. I think Netherlands have similar feels to me as Belgium, to be honest. But Louis van Gaal's got success at the World Cup, so you never know. Croatia, Germany is winning. South Africa. No, South Africa didn't make it, unfortunately. Shout out Maddie. My name is Josh too. Hello from India. A lot of Joshies in the chat, even from what I see. But I'm Saskatchewan raised, Alberta since 2001. Presently living in Mexico City. Very cool, very cool. Hello from Israel. Croatia onto the final again? I don't know. That side of the draw last time out was very, very kind to that side of the bracket. I don't know if England, actually Belgium wasn't on that side. Belgium had to take a tough route there. But it was weird the way that draw happened, because the second half of that bracket was very kind, and I think it helped a lot for England and Croatia's run. So I'm curious to see how this thing's going to unfold, but I'd say, I don't know, you got to be under 5-10 minutes away before the first ball is going to be drawn. Who do you think's going to win the Golden Boot? Get some names in. Give me your way too early prediction. And if you agree that Jonathan David is going to win the Golden Boot, I mean, it's fine. No. I don't know. I'll give you guys a name, but let me know. Who do you think your way too early prediction on who's going to win the Golden Boot at the World Cup? Let me just take a quick look here. Who do I think is going to go on a deep run? I think Brazil's got a good chance of going on a deep run. I think Spain, but I'm not confident in a lot of their strikers. It's a tough question. I think Lukaku will be up there. I don't know about Ronaldo. You are very handsome. You guys making me blush on camera. No, don't make sure. That's how we comment it. It says it in there. It says it in there. It says you are very handsome. Okay, I'm not making it up. It might have said you're one of the best looking. I don't know exactly what it says. Yeah. Call me a mutt. Yeah, you take the good with the bad. You take the good with the bad. Again, I don't think Belgium's gonna go, but Belgium has been in the position to make the quarters to semis. So I'm gonna go with Belgium. I'll go with Lukaku to win the Golden Boot. That is my way too early prediction. But we got Serbia tuning in. Greetings from Dubai. I like it. The wavy flags were fire. Love from Pakistan. Egypt. It's a tough way to go to our Egyptian friends in the chat, man. It really was. Bangladesh. Please say I love Messi. Fun fact. I watched Messi play live in Barcelona, and I watched him score live. So to my Argentine supporters in the chat, I got a lot of love for Messi, man. It was pretty cool. Traveling to Spain, seeing him play live, and seeing him score live. So I do love Messi, my guy. He needs to leave PSG, but I still love him. I hope Senegal Egypt gets replayed. I don't know. The lasers were ridiculous, but I don't know. Chances are it won't be replayed. They're also calling for the Ghana and Nigeria match to be replayed as well. No, the Algeria and Cameroon match to be replayed as well because of the refereeing, but I can't imagine any of those are going to happen. Croatia to the final again. Got Ecuador tuning in. It's very cool, man. It's the reason this sport is so beautiful. It really is. Because it can bring so many different countries together. And I don't know, because you guys, the chat is moving too quickly. But I gotta say, I've seen at least 50 plus different countries tuning in, saying hi today. It's awesome to see. Ghana's coming in. Ghana was a shock too. I thought that was gonna be a tough game against Nigeria. So it was pretty cool to see Ghana coming in. Speaking back to that 2010 World Cup with Canada not being in it, Ghana was who I was cheering for. So Suarez, had to ruin that dream, but I got some love for Ghana as well. So it's pretty cool to see them back in the World Cup again, and I have a feeling that they're going to draw the U.S. They always do. Philippines tuning in again. We got to be close, guys. We got to be close to finally getting this thing kicked off so I can finally know who Canada's going to play. Josh, how are you? Nervous, my friend. Anxious. I want this thing to get going. I remember this happened back in 2018, how much you got to sit here and watch before the actual draw happens. But we got a lot of you guys tuning in the chat, so hopefully you guys are all doing well. Really cool to see. You guys might even help me get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm not gonna lie. You guys help me crush the 8,000 mark. So big love to all you guys in the chat. And if you are new to the channel and you want to help out, be sure to drop a like and a sub, as you guys crushed that very quickly. I was like, yeah, 8,000 would be nice, and I just gave a little peek, and wow. You guys are not playing around today. What about India? India, we got a lot of Indian support on the channel as well. I don't know when to think that they're gonna have a nice run to try to qualify for the World Cup. You gotta assume it's gonna be coming soon, but yeah, I think it'll still be a little bit of time, unfortunately. I'm at school right now. Hey, anyone who's tuning in from school, I like it. You know where the priorities lie. What do you think about Tunisia as a nation, Josh? I like them. They're an interesting nation. They are obviously, in my opinion, I mean, clearly one of the best in Africa. They found a way to qualify once again. I think that putting in the right group, they could have a potential to make it through. It was cool seeing them back in 2018 as well. I keep a special eye on Saint Etienne as well over in Liga, so Wabi is someone I keep an eye on. Gonna help them hopefully avoid relegation. But yeah, I mean, our Tunisian supporters here in the chat have been very, very kind, so maybe it would be nice to see us go head-to-head against them. But so is our Moroccans. There have been a lot of Moroccan flags tuning in the chat as well. And Argentina. Honestly, there's constant support. You guys are rocking your guys' nations very proudly in the chat. I respect it. The Irish roar. Alright, let's get this thing started. Greetings from Poland. Yeah. Not ideal. You don't ever want to play Robert Lewandowski. Now, he doesn't have the supporting cast that he has in Bayern, but he's still the best striker on the planet right now, and I don't know. It'd be fun maybe to watch Lewandowski and Davies go head-to-head against each other like that. That'd be pretty interesting. Some love from Germany coming in. A lot of people saying, "Hi, Josh. How you doing?" Doing well, my friends. Doing well. Hello. They forgot Luxembourg. Can't forget Luxembourg. Hope you guys are all doing well. Carly Lloyd is speaking right now. U.S. women's legend as well. Nepal. I've seen you guys coming in. I haven't given the shout out yet, but there it is. Woke up around 2 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep, so I decided to watch the draw. Yeah, let me know what time it is, wherever you guys are cheering in from. You guys have been killing it with the countries, but I mean, someone's tuning in at 2 o'clock in the morning, so you got to give them respect for staying up that late, and I don't blame them, man, because this is a very cool moment. Hello from Saudi Arabia. Imagine Canada beating England. I don't know. John says, John Herdman has balls. He wants to play Brazil, Germany, and Senegal. He's not afraid, Josh. Well, he's got more balls than I do, man, because that draw terrifies me. I would want to avoid Brazil. I'd want to avoid Germany, and I'd want to avoid Senegal. Those are the three, if I had a choice to avoid in pot 1, 2, and 3, that's who I would pick to avoid. I just simply would, man. Wales to the World Cup. Costa Rica. Got some heartbroken for our Italian supporters as well. Oh, man. I don't know. Do you guys think Croatia's gonna have a decent run? I have Canadian, Mexican, Filipino family members. This is going to be very interesting World Cup. I like it. Now, I don't have any like specific ancestry from Mexico, but my aunt does live in Mexico. So anyone who's tuning in from Mexico, let me know if you're familiar with Isla Mujeres, because my aunt's got a bar there. So that's the only connection we have to Mexico, but still fun stuff. Beautiful, beautiful country. A lot warmer than Canada. Yo, Josh, what's up? Luca, how you doing, my friend? Clearly keeping an eye on Croatia, as I expect. Morocco, Lele, Vancouver City. Hi from Mexico. Got a super chat coming in from Brady. We appreciate it, my friend. Love seeing all the worldwide viewers watching JJD TV. Oh, and did I mention Canada is in the World Cup? Big shout out for the super chat from my man Brady C. Yeah, it is. You guys have been crushing it all throughout this live stream. There's been nothing but flags, and that's all I wanted from you guys. I wanted to see where all you guys were tuning in from around the world. And like I said, I've seen countless flags today. It's been really cool to see. It's the sport that brings the world together, and it's the reason that I love it so much. But yes, Brady, being Canadian, I'm never going to be keeping an eye on a World Cup like I am, obviously, for this one. because Canada is back at the big dance since the first time since 1986. So hopefully it's winning over our country as well, and I think it's doing a damn good job there. You are awesome. Love from Bangladesh. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Tuning in from Edmonton, U.S. A lot of people saying John Herman's got cojones, and I agree with that. I am a Canadian and Mexican. Catalina's rose in as well. Catalina, how you doing? Keeping a special eye on Mexico, as I know she is. Some of the big names coming onto the stage now. Getting ready to start the draw. It's going to be happening any minute. So if you guys are just joining us and have not done so, smash the like button. Drop a sub as well. And as you guys have been doing throughout this entire stream, show some love in the chat. Like Adrian is saying, Italians are fuming they aren't in this one. It's a shame. I mean, it's weird. I don't know if it's ever happened before. I don't think it has, where you miss out on a World Cup, being a huge footballing nation, which Italy is. Then you win the Euros, and then you fail to qualify the World Cup. It's got to be a roller coaster of emotions for our Italian friends for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame. You always want to see Italy be a part of the World Cup, because they should be here, but they missed out too many chances, man. And if I was them, I would never let Jorginho take another penalty, because don't want to just point it on him, but he had multiple penalty opportunities to send Italy through, and they just were not able to take it. What are the odds that Brazil hit Iran or Germany? Probably relatively realistic. Probably just as good as in the odds as any other ones. But Germany and Brazil at a World Cup would be an interesting draw. It really would. Brazil would want revenge. That is absolutely a fact. What do you think about the Mexican team? I mean, you guys can probably speak to it as well. I mean, I follow the Mexican team very closely, being a part of CONCACAF. I mean, as big of smiles as Canadian fans have, because, you know, it's our best ever generation. Mexico fans and media seems a little differently. I feel like the performances aren't there. Tata Martino, there's a good possibility that he won't even be managing Mexico at the World Cup. So, I mean, it's not like they're in a great place, but regardless, they still found a way to tie on points with Canada at the top of the Ocho to qualify. So, there's obviously talent there. There's always going to be talent with Mexico, but I think maybe getting Herrera to come back in and take it over might be the play. We'll have to see. But I think that they're a good side. And depending on the group, like I said, U.S. and Mexico being in pot 2, I think have a really good opportunity to get a kind draw. As we see Tim Cahill on stage speaking right now. So shout out to anyone tuning in from Australia. Tuning in from Bangladesh, Serbia, Ontario. That's where I'm from. So I see the Canadian flags, but if there's anyone tuning in from Ontario, let me know, because that's where you're going to find Josh. Look at the love. Hakimi, my guy. I do love Hakimi. But let's get this thing going, ladies and gentlemen. Got some love coming in from Wales. When does the draw start? It's going to start any second. It literally says "Let's go" on the TV right now. It says 32 nations tuning in, divided into 4 pots, 8 teams. How are the pots decided? I'm just reading what's on for you guys as well. 7 top-ranked nations are in pot 1, plus Qatar being the host nation. For all you guys wondering how the pots are ranked, the lowest-ranked teams are in pot 4. Sorry, Canada. And the playoff teams as well. So Costa Rica, Peru, Ukraine, Wales, Scotland, whoever it is, they're in pot 4. And like you guys can see on the beautiful graphic producer T made, the pots are on screen. As we got another super chat coming in from John. I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Says, Josh, the draw won't be for a while. Thinking 30 minutes or so. So need to bring out those who will be doing the draw first. Yeah, it's going to take a while. It always does, but we appreciate the support and then the super chat from John. But they're just going on screen right now and just showing basically the groups and how that they were separated. So hopefully, let me know there. Brady says, JJD, you missed my super chat. Did I miss it, Brady? I read one of your super chats, but again, I think because there's so many of you guys tuning in today, I think they're a little backlogged. So if I did miss it, Brady, I'm sorry, but I know I read one of yours. I think you hopefully only did one. But if I missed it, feel free to ask it again. I'll keep an eye out for it in the chat, because you guys in the chat are just crushing it today. A lot of love for all of the nations coming in. Ecuador as well. Cheers from Cambridge, Ontario. Hope Canada gets Ronaldo in Portugal. Did anyone else in the chat go to Conestoga College? Because that is where you found Producer T and I. So yeah, we got some love for Cambridge for sure, as that is where I went to school. The Ghana love is coming in as well. Brazil, Morocco. But let's get this thing going. Paul will bring the trophy home this time. What do you think about Holland? So fun fact, in the little town I live in, it's a very Dutch community, so I always keep a little eye on the Netherlands. I've been to the Netherlands as well. One of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to. Went to Amsterdam. I think they have a good team. I'm not overly convinced they can go on a deep run. I think Louis van Gaal brings a lot of experience. He's been here. He's done that. I'm a big fan of Memphis Depay. I'm not sure their exact identity yet, playing in that back 3-4-1-2 system, 3-4-3. But I think that there's enough talent there. They're a rock at the back. Some of the best defenders you're going to find. De Ligt, De Vrij, and of course Virgil van Dijk. So I don't know. Depending on their draw as well, Netherlands should have a decent opportunity to do something here. It's coming home. We have someone tuning in for England. That is for sure. But as you guys know, in pot 1, Group A, the first slot will go to Qatar. As you guys can see, they're doing their very first draw, guys. So it is started. If you have not done so yet, hit the like button, drop a sub, because the placement ball has been chosen. Group A, slot 1 is going to Qatar. No surprises there, but we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. The first name has been pulled. It is obviously the home nation. It is Qatar. And now we're going to find out for the next, obviously, planted ball. It's the red one as well. It is Qatar going to Group A and A1. No surprises. Tuning in from South Sudan. Big shout out to my boy William Akio, playing in the Canadian Premier League. But here we go. Next ball coming up. It is England. England from pot 1 has been chosen. Now we're going to see where they are going to end up. So as you guys know, Producer T is crushing it with the graphics right now. Qatar's went into Group A, slot 1. And now it is England's turn. In Group B, and they're going B1. Not that this has a massive effect on anything, but they are doing the 8 pot 1 sides to seed them. And I say that, but remember guys, back at the 2018 World Cup, the side of the bracket you were on had a huge impact, in my opinion, on how Croatia made it to the final. Not taking anything away from that Croatian side, but you can't disagree that that side was a lot kinder than the other one. As Argentina just gets picked as well. It is planted seed. He didn't even need to spin it. He's just picking it up. Argentina goes into Group C. We'll go to C1 for Argentina. Shakira. Yeah, waving flags. You're hitting my heart. Next nation out of pot 1. Where are we heading? It is France. France trying to avoid the winner's curse, not going out in the group stage. It'll be going into Group D. When does it start? It has started, my friends. It has started. Keep an eye on the graphic on the screen to keep you guys updated with how they go. Producer T crushing it in the background. I think Portugal win the World Cup in 2022. USA is winning. Got some of our neighborly love there. Next up in pot 1 is Spain. We got almost 4,000 of you amazing people tuning in today, so big shout out to you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, drop a like. I set a goal. I don't know if it's realistic. I said 8,000. You guys did that in a couple minutes. So we can pull off 10,000 subscribers. You guys would be something else. As I think last I looked, we were just over 8,000. It's very unrealistic, but it'd be very much appreciated if you guys would do the support. If you guys have been awesome tuning in with me today. As we're just chipping away at pot 1. As the next team selected going into Group E is Spain. Leaving Portugal, Belgium, and Brazil to go. Next up, hello from Morocco. Man, our Moroccan supporters have been fantastic. And I was, fun fact for all of our Moroccan friends, man. We were supposed to go to Morocco. I was going to go to Spain and then go over to Morocco for a trip. But COVID actually got in the way of that, so wasn't able to go there. But next up in Group F is Belgium. Hello from South Sudan. I keep seeing that comment and I love it. Again, if you're from South Sudan and you don't know who William Akio is, look him up. Plays in the Canadian Premier League here. He's Canadian as well, but I think he's representing South Sudan, so that's pretty cool. Nice little connection. 2 more groups for pot 1. And then the stuff starts really going down. As Brazil goes up next. So we want to avoid Canada. We want to avoid Group G. we don't want to go there. I love you from Tunisia. Hello from Egypt. Will Alphonso Davies play? He will, guys. So any of our Canadian supporters, anyone who's just curious about Alphonso Davies, it's expected that he's going to make the first leg against Villarreal. So there is even a return date for our Canadian superstar, our Canadian hero. So let's hope that it happens, as we wish him the best, as it's a little bit scary as well. Hello, my fellow Canadian. How you going? I'm going good, man. I'm going good. I'm doing very well. How about you? A little anxious, a little nervous. Canada versus Switzerland in the final. I like it. And Portugal obviously rounds out pot 1 going into Group H. As long as Mexico gets to the round of 16, I'm happy. I'd be super happy if Canada could make it out as well. Hello from El Salvador. I thought we were going to beat Costa Rica in the last game of the octagonal. Cheers, my friend. El Salvador, you guys have definitely an emerging football nation. You guys have done really good things this year, so a lot of love coming from Canada as well. Getting Roldan to commit, I enjoyed it, as his brother's playing for the U.S. was pretty cool to see. But that's it, guys. Pot 1 is done. Not the most exciting, but like I said, it can have some implications on the World Cup. You saw a perfect example of that in 2018 with the division. But now we're going to pot 2. This is where the things get fun. Let me know if you guys are supporters of any of the countries in pot 2. Get the love going. And help us on our goal to 10,000 subscribers. Didn't know that there's going to be that much love today, but it's unrealistic. But you guys are, I think, crazy enough to get it done. As we see Kyle Laren love coming in the chat. Pepe. And it's the Netherlands. So that's a big hitter going into one of these pots. So I'm curious, because I mean, if he goes in Group A, that would make Netherlands one of the favorites in that group. But pretty much any other nation makes things pretty difficult. As it is Group A, and which slot is it going to be? A4. So Netherlands join up with Qatar. It's not bad. It's it makes the groups a little bit more even. There's two, in my opinion, two real big hitters in pot 2, being Germany, Netherlands, and Netherlands join up with Qatar. Now is it going to be Germany and England, as we're looking for Group B. And it's the USA and England. Where's Tactical Manager? He's going to be buzzing. The United States. Whew. That is interesting. Steven Bergwijn. Let's go Argentina. Serbia to the final. Ah, man. US and England. That is a very interesting one. I like that. And where are they going to go in Group B? US is going to go to B3. England and US. I like that matchup, man. I like that matchup. Despite what Tack thinks, I'm leaning a little bit more towards England. But US didn't get lucky. They didn't get Qatar. It fell to the Netherlands. Now we're going to see what happens with Argentina. And Argentina gets Mexico. All right, so both CONCACAF nations, just like that, go Group B, Group C. So that obviously means that for anyone watching, Canada cannot be put in Group B or Group C. So we will not play Argentina. We will not play England in the group stage. So Qatar is still open. Greetings from Tunisia. Greetings from Jamaica. Love from Morocco. You guys are crushing it. Appreciate all the love, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Thoughts on England's squad? I mean, they've proved that they can go deep in a tournament. They really did. So I think they got a lot of talent. Harry Kane will be leading the way up front. Grealish coming into his own. Phil Foden coming into his own. You'll have Declan Rice, Phillips in the middle. It'll probably be that 4-2-3-1. Got James and Trent Arnold on the right-hand side. You got a lot of dangerous things about that English side. So them in the U.S., I'll be definitely keeping an eye on that match. As Denmark gets drawn next into Group D with France. Hello from Latvia. Got some love coming in from Newfoundland as well. A couple of my Canadian friends all tuning in. Love from Bangladesh. You guys are killing it today. Welcome to JJD TV. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. As we're done so far half of pot 2. As Denmark, I think, is going to be a tricky match. They get matched up with France, so makes things a little bit difficult for France. I love Kai Havertz. Ferran Torres for the Golden Boot. Biggest dream is to see Portugal and Argentina in the final. Messi versus Ronaldo. Written in the stars. Germany and Spain. There you go. There's a heavy hitter right there. How's it going, my fellow Canadian? It's going good. But right now I'm telling you guys, I want to avoid Group E more than I want anything. Spain and Germany. As we got John with another donation to the chat. Look at that sticker. Fist bump. I appreciate it, John. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. But right now, kisses from Brazil. Let's take one right there. A kiss back. Greetings from Puerto Rico. But yeah, I mean, anyone in pot 3 and pot 4 right now, guys. Right now, just right from the top, I want to avoid Group E. That group right now is terrifying me. Give you guys some good games. Greetings from Amsterdam. I like it. Been there. It's a beautiful city. I would go back in a heartbeat. And Croatia gets drawn against Belgium. Put us in pot A. Or put us in Group A. Newfoundland. Wasn't it supposed to start 30 minutes ago? Yeah, but they're always 30 minutes late. It is how it is. I love soccer. We need Canada versus Panama game to be replayed. No, it doesn't affect anything. We're fine. Do you think England will make it to the final? I don't, but again, I mean, now even looking at... I think they got a kind of group, but no. No. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to make it to the final, but I think that they're going to go on a good run. They've shown that they're... Okay, so Uruguay just got drawn, for example, but they can't go into Group G because Brazil's already there. So they will be going into Group H. Unless I'm misunderstanding it, but I don't think I am. 48 teams in 2026 is too much. Thoughts? Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I don't like seeing these tournaments kind of like change. I like the idea of getting more nations in, and it's hard when you're an emerging nation. I mean, it took Canada since 1986 now till 2022 to get back in the World Cup. So I do like the idea of trying to include more nations, but I don't even know how the tournament's going to be fully structured. I think it's a little much, but I'm curious to see how it goes. But I was correct, as Uruguay gets drawn into Group H with Portugal, which means Switzerland's the only one remaining out of Pot 2, and they have to take on Brazil. Best wishes, Argentina. I wish the World Cup in 2022. Who do you not like in the World Cup? I don't know if I dislike anyone. No, I don't think I dislike anyone. I don't want to see France win because I just don't want to see back to back. I like that it's been so spread out. I don't remember the last time two nations have won back to back. I think it's Brazil. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But that's yeah. That's probably the only one I'm like I don't want to see them win just because they just won it. But Ricardo, with a lot of kisses coming from Brazil, man, I like it. Where's Russia? Russia got disqualified. They will not be in the World Cup. Hello from Scotland. But now we're moving on to Pot 3, guys. Oh. If you guys are still joining with us, man, you guys are absolutely killing it. Be sure to drop a like and a sub. A lot of support coming in. Remember, guys, the goal is 10,000 subscribers. Just tossing it out there. I think you guys are wild enough to help us out. How much more time? We're literally halfway done the draw right now, guys. Pot 1 and Pot 2 are done. We've started with Pot 3, and it is Iran. So they will be going into Group B. Because Qatar is in Group A, you can't have two from the same, unless you're UEFA, you can't have two in the same group. So I'm pretty sure, similar to what just happened with Uruguay, yeah, they will be going to Group B. So not too bad of a group right now for the U.S. I think they're going to relish the opportunity to take on England. Now they got Iran with them as well. Yo, I'm from the country, Chad. Come on, not Chad. Might be Chad, Justin. What do you think of Morocco? I think Morocco's a very, very talented nation. A nation that I would like to avoid out of the Pot 3s. I think them and Senegal will stick out, maybe in Serbia as well. But that's a decent group right now for the U.S. Iran and England. Next up is Senegal. So we won't be getting Senegal, so that's kind of nice. I think they're one of the, in my opinion, probably the best nation, them and Serbia and Morocco, out of Pot 3. They'll be joining up with Mexico and... Oh, they go back to A. Yes, you're right. So, yeah. So, okay, never mind. We could get matched up with them. Qatar, Netherlands, and Senegal. Hello from Scotland. This will take at least 30 minutes before the draw starts. They need to announce who's going... They're doing the draw, maybe not till 1. Super chat. I'm assuming that came in a little bit late, John, but I appreciate the super chat once again, my friend. I'm not sure. I just think the chat is so backlogged, but I appreciate it finally came through as we are literally over halfway done the draw right now. Portugal are going to draw Germany. They always do. Well, again, that one's obviously probably an older comment as well, but they can't do that now. Pardon? I'm at the beginning. There, I can literally see him popping in. I think it's just behind. But Poland is selected, which means that they will go into Group C. Josh has got a freshly shaved face. What are you guys saying? Is it too baby faced, or does it look alright? But that's not a bad group. Argentina, Mexico, Poland. I think Mexico will definitely fancy themselves to try to get out of that group. And honestly, so will the U.S. U.S., England, Iran right now. Tuning in from school. I love it. I've only watched for 10 minutes and I already love you, Josh. The healthy side, I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully, if you guys are enjoying the channel, you guys will drop a like, drop a sub, and say hello in the chat, as I appreciate you guys tuning in with me today. It makes this a lot more fun. But next up is Serbia. So they will, I think, go all the way to Group G. Because there's 2 European nations in Group D, A, and E, and F. So I believe it'll be Serbia, Switzerland, and Brazil in Group G. Not a bad group. I'd probably fancy Serbia over Switzerland, to be honest. Let me know, guys, in the chat who you think's got the advantage there between Switzerland and Serbia. But I'd say Serbia. There's a lot to like about them. Very interesting. Serbia goes into Group G. They go into the 2nd slot. What do you think about Serbia? I think they're a very good team, man. I mean, seeing what they did in World Cup qualifying to get the automatic route and didn't have to go through the playoffs speaks to the volume of this team. Mitrovic is absolutely killing it in the championship, breaking records left, right, and center. They got a good core. Dusan Tadic as well. A lot to like about them. There's my friends. Let's see the Tunisia flags. They have been selected, and I believe they're going to go into Group D with France and Denmark. Nigeria to win it. I don't know about that, my friend. The Canadian national team playing Messi or Ronaldo. They can't play Messi because Mexico is in that group, but they can still get drawn against. I'm looking at Group H right now and Group A. I'm Canada. That's where I'm looking at right now and hoping that's where we may end up. But yeah, Tunisia is the last one. They go with Denmark and France. That Group E looks scary, man. Spain and Japan will join them. That's still a tough group. Watching this at college. I love it. Spain, Germany, and Japan. Tricky group there. Still would like to really, really avoid that, man. Hi from Sweden. Give you guys from Sweden a little bit of love, man. Davies or David? Jonathan David, my man. I love them both, but I had to pick, and I don't know. I just absolutely love. I love them both. I love them both, but Jonathan David he's got me. I like your hair. You're too sweet. You're too sweet. David will be at the World Cup. He will. And there's Morocco. Belgium and Croatia and Morocco. That's a tricky group. I think that would be one I'd want to maybe avoid. Morocco can be a scary team, man. Croatia obviously going to the last World Cup final, and then Belgium. Yeah, I made up my decision, guys. Let me know, Canadians. I'm looking at Group A, and I'm looking at Group H. We can't be drawn into Group B. We can't be drawn into Group C. Group D is scary. Group E is very scary. Group F isn't terrible. I wouldn't mind that. Group G is scary as well. I'm hoping we go into Group A or Group H. I think that would be a fun one. Probably more than anything, I'm looking at Group H. As we know, South Korea will be joining them. Portugal, Uruguay, and South Korea. And then Pot 4 is finally on its way. Whoa, man. All right, Canada. And anyone else, any other nation tuning in from Pot 4, it's almost our time. Where is Canada going to go? I'm not supporting my country, England, as they let the whole country down after the Euros. Complete bottlers. Not a lot of love. We can join the Canadians, my friend. You can join the Canadians. What are you thinking of Morocco? Scary, man. Scary. Rye says, awesome channel, man. Really hope Atiba can make the World Cup and see him lead out to Canada. Yeah, man. I hope he does. We see John Herdman's beautiful face up on the camera. Canada's getting ready. Come on, put us in Group A or put us in Group H. Keep me away from Group E. Oh, Canada getting knocked out. Don't take a shot. Come on, let us enjoy the moment. Let us enjoy the moment, but please pick Canada first. John Herdman gave us a look. I'm literally shaking a little bit. Come on, 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 come on. Taylor, are you ahead of me? You gave a dirty look. Who is it? Ah, it's a playoff team. Playoff team 1. Which one is that? Is that? Okay, so they can't go. I don't think they can go in Group A. They go to D. Okay, you are in front of me. All right. So you said it was Australia and UAE, and then isn't that also Costa Rica? No, Peru. Okay. So the Peru, UAE, Australia group goes to Group D. So it'll be one of those three: Australia, UAE, Peru. One of those three with France, Denmark, and Tunisia. Group D is rounded out. Next up, come on. Ecuador. And they slot in to Group A, I believe. So you got Asia, you got Africa, you got now South America, and you got Europe. That's not what you love to see. That's like that to me. That's like the group of life. That would have been a really good draw, man. I think Qatar will have a good opportunity to make it out. I think Ecuador could do some damage. Senegal, but I probably look at Senegal and Netherlands as a favorite. But that would have been a really good group for Canada. Don't put us in Group E, man. Don't put us in Group E. Oh. Don't be Canada, don't be Canada, don't be Canada, don't be Canada. Come on. Yes. But where does Saudi Arabia go? They go into Group C, I believe. Still getting nerve-wracking because Canada's going to have to find a way to sneak all the way to Group, even F. I'll take Group F. Group F and Group H is kind of where I'm looking right now. So yeah, Saudi Arabia go into Group C. It's Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Very kind group for Mexico. Our friends from CONCACAF will have a decent chance, I think, of getting out of the group. That's a kind group for them, man. But I still need Canada not to get selected. My nerves. I just don't want to take on Spain and Germany and Japan. That's a tough group. That's a tough group. And I think right now, if Canada gets drawn, that's where we're landing. Cameroon. Oh, playoff team 2. So I believe that's the Costa Rica and New Zealand one. So I believe they will drop into Group E. Because US is in Group B. So we avoided it. All right. We can breathe, ladies and gentlemen. We can breathe. That's a tricky group, man. Japan is no pushovers either. Germany, Spain, and now the winner of Costa Rica or New Zealand will end up in Group E with Spain, Germany, and Japan. We almost got 10,000 of you guys tuning in today, guys. So be sure to hit the like, drop the sub as well. 10K, man. 10K was the goal. Actually, it wasn't even close to the goal. 8,000 was the goal, but you guys are just wild people. But alright, now I think I'm okay with Canada going wherever. I still want Group H. That's still where I'm looking at. But if Canada gets selected, they still bypass Group B and will land in Group F. And it is European playoffs. So they go into Group B. So the European playoffs. So Wales, Scotland versus England again. That would be something else. But Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine are going to... No. Oh. Ha! Yeah. Producer T just pointed out something very interesting. So Group B is done. It's England, Iran, USA, and one of the European teams, either Wales, Ukraine, or Scotland. Now, there's 2 African sides left. So that means that Canada will be in Group F, as long as my math is correct. Croatia, because Cameroon and Ghana cannot go with Morocco. So the next one drawn is Cameroon. So they'll have to skip past Group F, and they will be landed in Group G. So Group G rounds out with Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. And like I said, Ghana cannot be drawn into Group F, like Producer T pointed out, because Morocco is there. So that is it. We found out where Canada is, and I don't hate it. It's still a tough group. It's still a tough group, but Group G ends up Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Group H is Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. And Group F, guys, us Canadians out there, it's Belgium, it's Canada, it's Morocco, and it's Croatia. Difficult. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. As just for confirmation, Ghana is the next one selected, and they do indeed get slotted into Group H. Oh, man. I don't know what to think. I mean, play Belgium first. Canada's first World Cup game since 1986. We'll be taking on Belgium. And Canada's the last one selected, too. How funny is that? The very last nation selected is Canada. We had to wait the entire stream to get it done. I am out in Ontario, and it is H. Oh no, that's gone. It's H2. We're not quite there yet. But if you guys are still with us throughout this emotional draw, Canadians, be sure to drop a like, say hello in the chat. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. As the last country getting drawn right now is John Herdman's guys. Canada. Oh, man. Got a Canadian living in Qatar. Very interesting, my friend. Wish Canada will win the World Cup. I'm Canadian and also from Bangladesh. World Cup draw. I'm an Iranian Canadian, and I'm very excited for the first time. Both of my beloved countries are there. Very cool. People really think Canada's going to win this. No. I'm Canadian. I don't think Canada's going to win it. I hope Canada can get out of the group. That is my goal. It's tough. That's a tricky group, man. Morocco, Croatia. That's a tricky group. I don't think Canada's going to go and... I'm not deluded. I don't think they're going to go and win the World Cup. But you never know. This is the World Cup. It's fun to potentially go on a nice CONCACAF run. The CONCACAF nations, there's only 2 that ever made it to the quarterfinals. Costa Rica in 2014 and the U.S. in 2002. So history is not on our side. But just to get out of the World Cup would be something special. And, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. You guys really underestimate Canada. I like it. No, man. Oh. Can you give me a shout out from your biggest fan? I'll give you a big shout out, my friend. Hope you're doing well. But that is it, guys. Just like that, we find out who Canada is playing in the World Cup. You guys have crushed it on today's watch along. And I don't know how to bring it all in. Brazil got an easy one. Hope Atiba can make it. Would love to see him lead out Canada. I think he will, man. I think he will. Got a little love coming in from Quebec. Iran. A lot of Indonesians coming in. Yo, young Josh. I shaved. I know, guys. I know. But that's it. Those are the groups, guys. They're on screen for you guys. Group A, Qatar, Uruguay, Senegal, and Netherlands. B, Iran, England, USA, and then one of the European teams that will come through. Group C is Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland. Group D, France. I believe that's the Costa Rica one. No, it's not. It's the Peru one. Denmark, Tunisia, Spain, the Costa Rica one, Germany, Japan. Let me know if you guys see any group of deaths or group of life. As Group F is Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Scary one with Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon, and finally, I don't know the group of life. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, Korea. If I'm gonna give my group of deaths, simply because it's probably wherever Germany was gonna go, I would say the group of death would be, I'd say probably Spain, Germany, Japan, and Costa Rica. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, I would say that. Let me know if you guys agree. I don't think there's a clear group of death, but I think the group of life could maybe be Group A. All relatively similar. Maybe Group F, because Canada, and I'm holding on to that. But I don't know, man. Opinions on Neymar. I mean, incredible footballer. Just, he kind of gets in his own way. I like seeing him play as a striker right now for Brazil. I think that just kind of puts him in a different element. But, I mean, I don't know. Injuries and it's just the way he is. I don't know. He's an interesting character. Incredible footballer. You cannot take that away from him. But regardless, I think that for Brazil, you're going to get the best Neymar you're going to find. But that's it, guys. Group F is the group of death. Group of death. You think Canada's a group of death? I don't know about that. I think group of life, because I think all of them potentially have an opportunity, unless I'm just being crazy. But yeah, the draw is over. We got Ontario here. We got Quebec as well. Southern Ontario here. Look at all our Canadians. Ontario as well. You guys excited, Guelph? A lot of our Canadians, man. You love it. Wish Canada that will win. Tuning in from Kitchener is Nancy. I like it. Went to Conestoga College, so again, KW area special. Love from Ukraine. Give you guys a lot of love back. I'm passing through Windsor right now. But from India. Indiana. Disappeared on me. Australia, Ontario. You guys are wild. Big Ottawa guy here. Senators fan, so I understand you. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have figured out who Canada is going to be playing in the upcoming World Cup. They're going to take on Belgium first, then Morocco, and then Croatia to see if they're going to get their first ever goal at the World Cup. Their first ever point or their first ever win, and maybe make it out of the group. It's interesting. We have a lot more content to come. Maybe get our predictions in and all that fun stuff. But I really appreciate everyone tuning in on this live stream. You guys were absolutely fantastic. Enormous number of you guys from all over the world. It's been incredible. So for one final time, we thank you from JJD TV. We ask you to kindly drop a like on your way out. Maybe get it over to 2,000. It's unrealistic. And drop a sub. A lot of you guys, news faces around here. We really appreciate it. We'll have a lot more content coming up on the World Cup as well. So for us here at JJD TV, we thank you. Cheers, guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon.